holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy.
Together as a family, we have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. We sing in celebration. We sing with words of prayer. We affirm our life as sacred. We declare that peace is here. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Oh, my heart's full, as it usually is when I see all your faces, and I'm here to welcome you and just let you all know that you are part of a beloved community, love that we share among us and that we spread to the larger community. So welcome this morning. And thank you for Stephanie Chang, our guest vocalist. We appreciate you and all of the band. Yay. Love having our good music. For anyone who might be a guest this morning, there is a visitor card that you could fill out, and we would appreciate if you do that. The card is at the welcome table. And then if you could leave that in either on your seat or put it in the offering basket when that's passed around, that just gives us an idea of who you are, and then we can put you on an email list that you might get some information once a week to tell you a little bit about what's coming up for the next Sunday and the next week. We are so lucky this morning, so graced and blessed to have Michelle Medrano with us today. And Michelle is going to talk about awakening the dreamer within. She's been a minister since 1991 and currently serves as the lead minister at Mile High in Lakewood, Colorado. She's known as an inspiring teacher and leader who deeply touches her audiences with her humor and profound insights. And we love that she comes all this way across town just for us. That shows her respect and her love for our community. So thank you, Michelle, for being here. And our altar today is done by Pam Eichenberger, one of our practitioners. Yay, Pam. Beautiful. And we are looking for other people who might be interested in taking on the responsibility occasionally for doing the altar table. So if anyone is interested, you can sign up for one Sunday, you can sign up for a month, and we have a sign-up sheet over on the table. So we're just trying to put together the calendar for this year, and we would love to have your help, your talents, and it really is a wonderful way just of expressing your idea of what's spiritual and maybe what's artistic and maybe just who you are. So we would love to have you share in that way. So please consider that and sign up on the table. And as far as our announcements, we have classes coming up. The first one is Preparing to Live by Dr. Vern Martin. And he is going to talk to us for just a few moments about that class. And I will tell you it's offered on a Wednesday, a Thursday, and a Saturday. And the Thursday class is closed. So Dr. Vern, take it away.
Thank you. Thank Janice. Good morning, everyone. Well, this is the week I've been waiting for. It's been way too long since I've had a class. And I do not have jury duty. I was dismissed from it. No, you're supposed to say the other thing. You're supposed, oh, that's too bad. Anyway, if you're taking the class, make sure you get a book from Hans on believing, becoming, and being, because that will be the required book for this class. And I'll give the assignment out this week for the reading for that. And so we're starting, we're moving, we're going, and we are being. And I am thrilled. I hope you are. There are a couple spots open for Wednesday and Saturday. So if you want in those, I'd suggest you sign up quickly. And that's at csoparker.org. What happened to Janice? Oh, there you are.
I'm back. So we do have a few other classes coming up. One is, a couple are offered by Carolyn Richardson. Carolyn, did you want to say anything about your classes? She has one that is a workshop on a Sunday afternoon, January 11th. This says Sunday, so okay. Good that you're talking.
Well, it's not January 11th. It is February 7th. So, which is a Saturday at Parker Task Force. And it is on empaths, the gifts, the challenges and gifts of being an empath. So if you feel overwhelmed, or if you feel exhausted a lot, or if you are triggered by people's energy, it might even be energy of people you don't even know. Sometimes something is happening in the world and you feel it. And you're not sure how to handle it, what to do with that. The workshop will be an introductory to that. You will learn what an empath is. You'll learn what you are, if you are an empath, and what kind. You will learn some strategies to cope and to protect yourself. And you will learn ways to nurture your gifts. It will be introductory. The following week starts classes on Thursdays in the morning at the Parker Task Force, in the evening on Zoom, that is going to go with Judith Orloff's book on strategies, survival strategies for empaths, I think is the name of the book. And so I invite you, if you think you are, and if not, you know someone who is. So come and learn what life is like for other people.
And good morning. Happy New Year. Let us go within. I know that there is one power, one divine presence, and that divine presence is right here, right now, moving through me and moving through each of you in this sacred place, this sacred community of love. Today, may each of us be moved and uplifted by the music, the incredible musicians, by each note and each song. And may we each know that just as trees have roots underground, roots which give them sustenance, roots that help the trees grow, roots without which a tree could not live. We too each have roots. We have roots in the divine, beyond our bodies, beyond our thinking, beyond our emotions. We each have roots into the divine sustenance of God, where everything is provided, from which place we are the dreamer, from which place we are creative, we are loving and kind and wise. Today, Dr. Michelle Medrano has words especially for you. Words that will take you to the deepest level. So listen oh so carefully. Bless each one of us today, each one of us that could make it here, each one of us online, and each one that we bless as we go out from this service today. And with the greatest gratitude, please join me in saying, and so it is. Well, we, the beloved community of CSL Parker, are looking for the perfect minister full-time, and the perfect minister is looking for us. And so pretend that you too have one of these cards in your hand and that you are saying these words with me. We, the beloved community of CSL Parker, call forth through the divine field the minister who is perfectly aligned with our soul's next evolution. We celebrate our presence as a high vibration community, heart-guided, love-expressing, alive in sacred service, and inclusive of all ages, races, and lifestyles. Standing as a lighthouse for humanity, we release all ego, resistance, fear, and urgency. In trust, gratitude, and unity, we affirm that the one presence is already weaving the path that brings our full-time minister to us now. And so it is. All right.
Take me with you. I'm ready to go. Let the winds of change shape and blow. Now I am willing to see another part of me. to go. Let the winds of change shape and blow. Now I am willing to see another part of me.
Taking a deep breath, allowing ourselves to just settle into that place of stillness. Just feel the sense of interconnectedness to all life, to all creation, and allowing ourselves to enjoy and rejoice in that. And this morning, my theme for our meditation is the calling forth of peace. For it seems as though it's very easy these days to look around at the world of form and the world of effect and the things going on in our world and country to country, human to human, and feel, if we want, a lack of peace. And yet, peace is a quality of God that our founder, Ernest Holmes, proclaimed and claimed as the true nature of the divine presence, living in us, through us, and as us, and indeed expressed in all creation. And so we lean in this day to peace on our planet, to peace between nations, to peace in households everywhere, to peace in our life. And I invite us to meditate upon these powerful words of peace given by our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, who wrote a prayer for world peace. I know there is but one mind, which is the mind of God, in which all people live and move and have their being. I know there is a divine pattern for humanity, and within this pattern, there is infinite harmony and peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness. I know that the mind of humankind, being one with the mind of God, discovers the method, the way, and the means best fitted to permit the flow of divine love between individuals and nations. Thus, harmony, peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness are experienced by all. I know that there is a free interchange of ideas, of cultures, of spiritual concepts, of ethics, of educational systems, and scientific discoveries, for all good belongs to all alike. I know that because divine mind has created us all, we are bound together in one infinite and perfect unity. I know that all people and all nations remain individual but unified for the common purpose of promoting peace, happiness, harmony, and prosperity. I know that deep within each person, the divine pattern of perfect peace is already implanted. I now declare that in each person and in leaders of thought everywhere, this divine pattern moves into action and form to the end that all nations and all people live together in peace, harmony, and prosperity forever. We allow these words to be the truth of our hearts here and now. We let it be, and so it is.
Take me with you, I'm ready to go. Let the winds of change shape and blow. Now I am willing to see another part of me. Take me with you, I'm ready to go. Let the winds of change shape and blow. Now I am willing to see another part of me. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in a world of my creation. What you'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. If you want to see magic lands, close your eyes and you will see one. Want to be a dreamer, be one. Anytime you please, and please save me one. There is no place I go to compare with pure imagination. So go there and be free if you truly wish to
Nicely done. Nicely done, you guys. Thank you so much, Stephanie. That's a beautiful song. I love the song and I love the words, and I'm really particularly happy that you sang it and it's not Gene Wilder in a purple costume. And I was having these moments where I was like an adult minister listening to the words going, oh, that's perfect for my talk. And then I'm this child imagining all the sugar and candy. And then poor Augustus, he got sucked up into the chocolate river, and it was just so tragic. So that's a song of many emotions for some of us, so thank you. And it is a perfect song for our conversation today as we start. Happy New Year. So happy to be with you. Yes, on this first Sunday of 2026. And last Sunday of the Broncos regular season. We're going to the game later, so I'm excited for the game. Yeah. So we'll have to use our imagination to see them and continue to see them winning playoff games and things like that. And I definitely believe. On this first Sunday of the year, I love our topic for today, which is the power of the dreamer, awakening the dreamer within. And I don't know whether we are doing this here at CSL Parker, but a lot of our centers all over the world participate in the Back to Basics series. And it's a good time in January for us to go back to the basics of science of mind, back to the basics of our teaching. And this topic is definitely a powerful, foundational topic that's part of the basic ideas of what we teach and believe. So it's great no matter how many years you've been involved in this teaching. For me, I know that I've had that profound experience of reading Ernest Holmes and reading, I have a number of Science of Mind textbooks, as they call it, and I'll go in and read a passage that I have clearly underlined and made notes about, but I'll read it and think to myself, I don't remember ever reading that before. And it's because I'm changing, evolving, growing, and deepening. So no matter how long you've been part of this teaching, there's something here for always going back to basics and reminding ourselves of the basics of what we teach because of our growth and evolution. And I also want to say it's a great time of year to bring new friends to the community, to help people to, January is often a renewing time where people are exploring their faith. And so even if someone is not sure they want to actually come here in person, you've got live stream going on. You can always direct people to the live stream of your ministers who are coming to speak and practitioners who are speaking so that people can have an experience of CSL Parker. It's a great time to do that. So using our imagination to continue to grow our community, that's an important part of it. I want to talk about, first of all, how I think humans have a love-hate relationship with the concept of our imagination. We have powerful, and important work in the imaginal world of our mind and heart. And yet, some of us had negative experiences with the use of imagination as we were growing up. Some of us maybe were labeled as dreamers, not very practical. Some of us were possibly shamed and told by authorities around us, get your head out of the clouds, come back down to reality. We might have been in our educational system shamed or encouraged not to think out of the box. I love that story about the teacher who's assigned the kids to draw a picture of God or something, and she comes around and she's looking at the kid's work and she's telling some little boy, well, that's not God. And he's like, how do you know? How do you know? This is my picture of God. And so we were often taught to fall into a system of learning, which has its merits. I'm certainly not dissing the educational system, but one of the downfalls of some of the ways we were raised is that our ability to imagine in a big, big way might have been discouraged or minimized as we watch other people remind us that being a dreamer, being someone who has a great imagination may not be the way to go. It might be more important to be practical. It might be important to face facts, to look at reality, look at what's possible for you as a woman or as a young man or as a person of this ethnic descent or a person with this color skin or whatever it might be. And while people around us might have been attempting to love us and help us, sometimes what happens is that what's in our hearts in terms of what's possible for us gets pushed down. And so a huge part of what humans struggle with as we grow older and get more mature is, when do I let that part of me out? When do I really start to honor what I imagine to be? And then, of course, in our teaching here, in Science of Mind and Spirit, we are encouraged to think out of the box, to look beyond appearances, to see the possibilities, to be positive and affirming and affirm great things for our lives. And I know that as I was coming into this teaching as a young person, there were times when I felt that I needed to edit myself. Oh, well, that's too much. That's too big. Who am I? Who do I think I am to? No, because my own sense of self, my own esteem, my own sense of what was possible for me was being edited by that voice. And so to be a dreamer and to allow ourselves to have our imagination, we have to be willing to face some of that within us, to really look at what it is that might be keeping us from being in our imagination and looking at possibilities for ourselves. And lastly, I think that sometimes some of us have done that. Some of us had big dreams in our life, and we pursued them voraciously, and they failed. didn't work out the way we wanted. That dream relationship fell apart. That dream job turned out not to be what we thought it would be. That business didn't work out. And so there's a part of us that can become discouraged and say, why even try? Just stick to the plan. Just stick to what's so. Just stay in the facts, man. Just go forward and don't think too big. And so we learn to push down imagination even out of pain and suffering. And so then here comes this minister in this teaching that says, be an Imagineer, have big dreams. And a part of us goes, yeah. But another part of us might be editing ourselves. Well, that's okay for them, but not me. I can feel the aspirational energy of that, but I'm not so sure. I can't get too big, can't do too much, can't go too far. And so we have to allow ourselves to be willing to transcend our beliefs and even our pain. Steve Allen said one of the nice things about problems is that a good many of them do not exist except in our imagination. Right? So everything that we imagine is not possible exists in our imagination too, as does everything we believe is possible. Today, I want to convince us all to accept and use the power of our imagination for good. It's a power that we've had all along, and I want us to use it consciously and conscientiously to make the changes in our life in the direction we would like to go. To use the power of our imagination and our ability to even dream big. And there are no limitations on big dreams. I don't care what our experience has been. One of my favorite sayings from the great teacher, Judge Thomas Troward, is principle is not bound by precedent. That means it doesn't matter where you've been before, what you've done before, where you've been successful, where you haven't been successful. It doesn't matter who you thought you were yesterday. It doesn't matter. Any of that doesn't matter unless we let it. Principle, God, the infinite, the creative source and force, it's never bound by what you were yesterday unless that's part of the equation that you're using as you are imagining your future. And so it's important for us to remember that our imaginations are powerful. Now, some people, whenever I teach classes or work on this topic, will say, well, I'm not very creative. I just don't have much of an imagination. I'm just more of a practical person. And I heard Mary Morrissey once say to someone who said that to her, yeah, well, just think back to a time maybe where your kid or someone you love wasn't where they were supposed to be, and just think of all the things you imagined had happened to them. Yeah, you have an ability to imagine. Right there, you can see. If you've ever had a moment like that where you went, what if? Oh, that's your imagination. And it can be used for good, too. That same power that goes there in those moments can be used to passionately create possibilities for the life we imagine ourselves living. So, in this teaching, even with all our possibility thinking and all of our dream big and dream outside the box, we also recognize that there's a practicality to this. That's part of what I love about this teaching, why it's called science of mind, is that Ernest Holmes would say to us, look, experiment, try it out. I'm often surprised at the number of us who've been involved in the teaching for a long time, and we love it and we passionately espouse it, but we've never actually tried some of the things that it suggests. Even we ministers. I was talking with a minister a number of years ago, and we were both kind of complaining and bemoaning about something that was going on in our lives, and we weren't really happy, and she was telling me about her thing, and we'd been going on for a while, and then I don't remember which one of us, I'd like to say it was me, but I can't honestly say it was, said, have you actually prayed about this? No, I haven't. And then we decided, well, we'll strike a bargain. I'll pray for you, you pray for me. And that worked out really well, and we both had great results from it. And that's what I've learned from this teaching, is that when you apply it, when you use it, there will be results. If you just come and sit in your chair every week and just listen to a good talk and then walk away and never use it, there won't be results. You might be happier, you might feel good, you might feel uplifted, but we're talking about results. Everything from small little adjustments to big changes are possible through the combination of possibility thinking, big ideas, and practicality at the same time. Both exist. So we are not a teaching that is a teaching of denial, where we say, well, I can do a prayer treatment and I can now be 5'9". I'm not sure I believe that personally. I'm not sure I control the weather. I'm not sure I can control the earthquakes on the planet. There are things that I have to understand that from a practical standpoint, I'm not that at that level yet. Some could argue that maybe you could be, but I can say I'm not. But there are things I know that I am a part of co-creating in my life, and the question I get to ask myself is, why am I not about co-creating those things? Why am I constantly giving in to fear or powerlessness? Why am I giving in to other people's ideas of myself or to those past voices of myself? Why am I giving in to limitation or lack? Why am I feeding that in my own life? What good is that doing for me? Is it really helping me? Or am I willing to be a possibility thinker and think outside the boxes of what's truly possible for me? Ernest Holmes says, life has implanted within all of us a great desire to do things, to build, to create, to accomplish, and to live every moment to the fullest. From this inward desire comes all our hopes, all our aspirations, which are the motive power back of our actions. Too often we sit around dreaming of great things to come, of big events that may transpire in the future, rather than seizing the opportunity that is always at hand to accomplish the thing we are doing, whatever it may be. So we believe that that desire that's within us to create things that are wonderful in our lives is born out of the creative expression of us. And every one of those desires that could improve our life can make us feel better. Ernest Holmes was very clear that our desires must be things that improve our lives and do good for others. He was very clear that any desire that we have to harm another person. So in other words, saying, I choose to be rich by taking money from all those other people will never work out for us, because that negative energy will just bounce back right into our lives and will be a part of the energy with which we create the good we're creating. So it's never about God punishing us or us doing bad things. It's about the energy that we create with is the energy that ultimately manifests in our experience. And so he was adamant about, when we have desires that will do good for ourselves and others, that will make us feel happier, make us feel more fulfilled, more expressed, will call to us, then that is what we pay attention to. That is what we allow ourselves to follow and to explore and to imagine and to dream about, and it's important for us. And so we have to understand that when we have these dreams, goals, and intentions for our lives, we are in partnership with that divine aspect of us that is in our favor always, that is working on our behalf always. As long as we say to ourselves, well, I'd really love to, but the universe says, okay, it's going to be that way until you're willing to get your big butt out of the way. B-U-T, not the other one. I want to be clear about which butt we're talking about here. The universe says, okay, yeah, let's go. I'm here. We got it. Let's express. And there's partnership that is magnificent and powerful. But what many of us do is we neutralize ourselves constantly by feeling that pull of, or we feel the pull to do something and then someone criticizes us for it, and we go, I guess I'm not supposed to do that, rather than really listening. So today, here's some things that I want us to consider cultivating and being dreamers and using our imagination. The first one is what I call the holy sacred dream. The holy sacred dream, which is, the premise of it begins with an acknowledgement that this life is so much more than what I see in the world of form, and that I am so much more than I've ever seen or experienced up until now. that there's a higher self within me that is an absolute co-creative energy with the divine presence, and that divine presence always is expressing through me, ready, willing, and able to be the resource for the good that I seek to express in my life. And that my job is to have the holy sacred dream and to notice it and nurture it and be with it in such a way that I can give life to it. And that it's good to have the holy sacred dream. That each one of us is meant to do and be that. That is what life is as each person on this planet. There is holy, sacred dreaming afoot, and every person has that which they are wanting to express. That our desires to be, express, and do are not bad or wrong. They are the desires of the infinite in us, through us, and as us, saying, oh yes, my beloved, you want to do that? That would be fun. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Let's express ourselves. Let's be that. We've sometimes taken our desires and, as I said before, pushed them down. And so it's important for us to experience them. And sometimes for me, they show up as flashes of inspiration. I get an idea. Ooh, that could be interesting. Or what I call a divine download. As I go to create every talk or a class that I'm teaching, I have a moment at some point as I'm contemplating it where I have what I call the divine download. And suddenly, boom, it's all there. The outline is there. And then my job is just to fill it in. And I love those moments of creativity. That's one of the reasons that I love to speak and teach, is that it's so joyful and so satisfying to allow myself to feel the divine download. Other times I'm trying to solve a problem or wondering how we could move forward in this way or that way, and in my personal life or in our church, and I think, ooh, what about that? And those divine download moments are worthy of us expressing and seeing and being with and holding in a container of possibility. For some of us, we need to write them down. In today's world, I even have AI that I can call upon. As if I'm driving, I can call out my AI and say, I have an idea, and share that idea, and it will record all my crazy ideas. And yes, some of them are crazy and they've never come to pass. Of course. Others of them, however, I get to take and nurture and be with and dance with and explore. And those begin to have some worthy expression in my life. So allowing ourselves to be the dreamer, to have our imagination alive, and knowing that throughout our entire life, no matter how young or old we are, no matter where we've been or what we've done, no matter what's worked or hasn't worked, no matter how much success or not success, no matter whether it's a season of joy or a season of challenge, that holy sacred dream never goes away. It cannot be destroyed. It might dissipate for a while if we go through a tough period or we're sad about some things, but it's always there, just below the surface, seeking expression through us. And so accepting that about ourselves and nurturing that within ourselves, it's important for happiness, wholeness, and to feel connected. And then once we get hold of that holy sacred dream, to allow ourselves to see what appears to be so beyond the world of form. What an art this is. What a risk this can be for us. Because this is where reality can challenge us as we look at what appears to be so, or where people can challenge us as they push or cajole us to be realistic. Oh, that's just crazy. That's a crazy idea. How many have ever been told, oh, that's a crazy idea? Okay, you're my people. That's a crazy idea. I love crazy ideas. Yet using our imagination for good and creating a better life not only feels good, it can change the course of our living. One of my favorite stories is a story about two men who are in a nursing home together. And one of the men, they were sharing a room, and one of the men had the bed that was by the door where people came into the room, and the other one had the bed that was by the window. And the man by the window was elderly and was sick and receiving hospice care. And the man who was by the door was a paraplegic who could not get out of bed. and he was learning how to deal with his condition. And the paraplegic man would say to the other man, "Tell me, what do you see outside the window?" And so every day, the man by the window would describe the things he saw outside the window, and he would talk about how he saw the mail carrier, and depending on the weather, the crazy rain outfit that the mail carrier was wearing, and could see people walking by, and kids running by, and could see birds and trees and flowers, and would describe to the paraplegic every day what he was seeing out the window, and this just gave this paraplegic man such joy. And then the man by the window passed on, and a new roommate came and took that bed. And as the two men got to know each other, the paraplegic said, "Oh, please tell me, what are you seeing outside the window today?" And the man said, "Well, I would love to do that, but there's a red brick wall outside the window." That story appeals to me so much because it's, what are you letting get in the way of seeing the possibilities of? Maybe there's a red brick wall. Or is there? Can you see beyond the red brick wall? And that's what I'm asking myself right now with this message. Am I letting my imagination have the day, the possibilities of life? Or am I giving in to the red brick walls and not seeing clearly? So allowing ourselves to see beyond what appears to be so. We don't have to be obsessive in this phase. The primary thing in my mind is to focus on the qualities of the experience and the feelings that joy that come with new experience. Now, there's one little trap that can happen in this phase of using our imagination, and it's envy and jealousy. And I've experienced this many times where I've wanted to create something and then I could see someone clearly and what to me appeared to be easily having it, and I would feel jealous. I remember in my early 30s when I knew that I was ready to finally have children, and I wanted so much to be pregnant. It seemed like everywhere I went, as I was not pregnant, I saw pregnant women. And I would at first be really jealous, like, they're pregnant, why can't I be pregnant too? I've been working at it. I really want to have a baby. And I would just be like, oh. And then I thought to myself, you know what? I'm not using my principles very well if I'm experiencing envy and jealousy, because every time I look at someone who has what I want and I'm envious or jealous, you know what that means? I can never have it. Never. Never, ever, ever, ever. Ever, because I'm putting some limitation upon myself. And so I asked myself, how do I need to change? And I began to celebrate the success that I saw. Every time I saw a little child or a pregnant woman from that point on, I began to say, oh, yes, it's possible. If one person can do it, anyone can do it. And then I began to affirm, if I can see it, I can have it. Anything I can see and celebrate, guess what? I can have it. If I see a wealthy person driving down the road, in fact, Reverend Ike used to say to people, if you see someone driving down the road in the car you'd like to have, the Mercedes or the Bentley or whatever, instead of going, look at that rich person, saying, if I can see it, I can have it. Or he would say, he would shout out, that's for me, that's for me. And I know that some students now that I've taught this lesson to will go around their life and see what other people are creating. The businesses, the relationships, the health, the wealth, the travel, the joy, and can say, if I can see it, I can have it. That's for me. The way they're living, yep, good on them. That's for me. This is a secret to taking our dreams and aspirations and manifesting them. But I know that the opposite will not work for us. So anytime we are looking around feeling jelly or envious or any of that thing, we need to shift our mindset and allow ourselves to claim it. Which leads into the last step, which is consistent receivership of the desire or dream that we have. And when I say receivership, I'm talking about within us. No one else can give us our good. No one else. Even if someone walks up and hands us a check or you win the lottery, no one can give you or me the good that we want unless we are in receivership of it first. Until that moment, it's like talk to the hand, right? We're just putting the hand out. I can't have that good. I can't have that good. But the minute we're allowing ourselves to consistently be in receivership of the good that we're imagining as ours, we can create it. Raymond Charles Barker says, "Dare to dream magnificently. The infinite can only give you as much as you can imagine receiving." And so nurturing our dreams, meditating and imagining ourselves in the midst of our dreams. And honestly, the most important elements of that every New Thought teacher talks about are feeling the joy of being in the midst of that which we imagine for ourselves, others. Feeling the joy and the excitement and the possibility of that, the impact of it, affirming and praying and using our tools. We know that the feeling is elemental. Science has completely studied this. Like right now, if I say, imagine taking a big bite of a lemon, that imaginal moment might cause your mouth to respond as though you did. And there was a study done where, to prove that the body responds to imagination, researchers put thermostats between the toes of several subjects and told them to imagine they were sitting in front of a crackling fireplace and the mercury went up in the theaters, and in thermometers, not the theaters, the thermometers. There is an absolute connection to the use of our imagination and our embodiment, literal embodiment of the good that we desire. And so it's important for us to do that, to let ourselves, one last thing about this is to share only with trusted people the dreams and desires that we have. I mentioned earlier other people's criticism. We must be realistic. If your Aunt Matilda, every time you've ever shared with her a dream you have for your life, has disenergy, oh, well, you'll never do that, or who do you think you are? Well, you don't have the money to do that. Stop sharing your dreams with Aunt Matilda. It's that simple. Only share your dreams with people you trust, who will at least hear you and support you. They may in their own minds be going, she's crazy, but that's none of your business. What's your business is that you are in receivership over and habitually of your dreams. I think one of the most brilliant things that our founder, Ernest Holmes, did for us is what we were talking about earlier. Holmes knew that sometimes we'd have a challenge imagining and embodying our own truth and our own dreams. So he created the holy, sacred ecclesiastical office of practitioner. Before he ever licensed ministers, by the way, he licensed practitioners. Because he said, I want people who will train to experience the presence of God in such a way that they can use it for themselves and others. Notice that the core of the word practitioner is practice. These are people who, the more they practice this teaching, the more they practice prayer and meditation and affirmation, the better they get at it, and the more they can do it for themselves and others. And I will say that I'm always shocked at my church and at all of our centers that more people are not lining up to use the services of our practitioners. Because sometimes when I have a dream or a vision, I get in my own way. But I know my practitioner has no qualms about the things that I desire to express. And I know that when I go to my church on Sunday mornings, they're standing around willing and able to freely give me a prayer treatment to send me on my way. And in my humble opinion, there should be lines out the door waiting for you all as you do your prayer work. Because there's no greater gift than standing in front of someone and allowing them to witness us in our dreams and our desires, and then to affirm aloud that it is so. That is the greatest gift we can give ourselves. It's the greatest upliftment we can give ourselves. It's the greatest way that we can create the dreams that we have in our heart. And I'm tripping over my dress. The greatest dreams that we can have in our heart to go out and continue to be aspirational and energized and joyful as we express ourselves. So today, when our service is over, I want to see y'all lining up in front of the practitioners. And as Janice said earlier, it doesn't matter whether your dream's in progress and you want to keep it going, or there's something going really well and you want to keep it going, or whether you're on the verge of having a great dream that you're ready to express. This is part of the culture of our teaching, is that we have those who will stand as witness for us and cheer us on even when Aunt Matilda doubts. Even when your very spouse doubts. Even when your kid says, Mom, Dad, who the heck do you think you are? A practitioner doesn't have any of that history. And they can go, yep, I'm with you. And it is so. Ernest Holmes says, within us is the unborn possibility of limitless experience. Ours is the privilege of giving birth to it. The sacred dream, the willingness to be with it totally and to see beyond appearances, and the willingness to walk forward in it. Let us go forth and use our imagination. Please join me in a prayer together. We just take a deep breath right here and right now and give thanks. And our wonderful practitioners are going to surround us in their energy and their love as they take a stand in consciousness. For I accept and affirm that there is one life, one power, one presence, one energy, one being, one love that is expressing itself in, through, and as this entire universe. That one life is made manifest through all creation. Everything seen and unseen, everything felt and experienced, everything, every person, every activity, every relationship, everything in the world of form is infused with the energy of the divine. I accept and affirm this as the truth of this universe. And therefore, in that moment of recognition, I see clearly that right here and right now that I am that which God is, that energy, that creative source and force is pouring through me and pouring through my words and pouring through these concepts that I speak right now. And not only that, we are all connected in the oneness that unites all of creation. And therefore, this prayer is not just me uttering words, it is us, the oneness of who and what we are. And so I accept and affirm on behalf of every being within the sound of my voice that we are big dreamers. We are beings who can feel and sense the divine downloads of possibilities for our life individually and collectively. We are beings who can see the big picture and see clearly what's so and what is beyond what is so into the possibilities of life. We are beings who affirm the greater good for ourselves and our world. We are beings who are willing to live the embodiment of wholeness and health and love and joy and abundance and peace and all good for ourselves, for our loved ones, for our communities, and for our planet. And I accept and affirm right here and now that the dreams that live within our hearts are making their way into our conscious awareness right here and right now, and that our imagination is fully activated to allow them to come forth into being right here and right now, to be made manifest in us, through us, and as us. I give thanks for this. I give thanks for the dreams that express themselves fully and completely through us now. I give thanks for all the good that flows forth through the lives of each one of us here, for I know that that good is God in form, and I am so grateful. In this place of profound gratitude, I simply release this prayer now into the action of that universal law that does its work easily and effortlessly. I let go in faith, in trust, and let it be so. So it is. Amen.
We let the words wash over us. We let it be.
It's a time in our service where we have a chance to circulate our good through tithes and offerings, and I invite us to do that consciously and conscientiously now, imagining and taking on the mantle of being an abundant person, and from that awareness of abundance, knowing that we circulate our good in support of the places and people that we support and that we cheer on and that we want to continue to thrive. And so our abundance and our giving is a message that we choose for CSL Parker to continue to thrive. And so whatever it is that we give, we do so with love and gratitude. So please join me, and please say after me, this gift I give is God in action. I give it in love and joy, affirming all good for myself and this community. Thank you, life. And so it is.
The blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Oh, yeah. I break tradition. Sometimes my tries are outside the lines. Yeah. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live that way, no. Staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Yeah. The rest is still unwritten.
Thank you, Stephanie, so much. Thank you to the band. Please tell us all the band members' names, because I don't know all their names. Caleb?
Caleb,
John?
Ron,
John?
John.
Right there, yeah. Harry, yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Great job, you guys. Beautiful job. Okay, we get to bless this beautiful
DJ.
offering. Thank you so much.
DJ doing sound.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. Sound. So we give thanks for this good that is represented in this basket, all the digital donations that have taken place, and we recognize that all of it is God in action, serving, supporting, uplifting our lives, and uplifting the life of this community and beyond. And we just give thanks for all of this good, to witness it and see it, to accept and affirm this abundance and say to ourselves, that's for me, and so it is. Please stand with us now as we do our benediction and closing song. So please say after me, something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is
Life is in my mind and body. Life is all that I am. I love it. I am it. Thank you, life. And so it is.
Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now.
We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy.